Hey, you're Steve Morris Engines. I'm Steve Morris. This is an engine that we just got done going through for Todd Woods in his ProTouring 72 Nova. And the first thing that you'll notice, we don't have a blower or a turbo or anything on this. And that is because it's one of the rare NA engines that we do. And so this is actually a conversion because Todd had this as a carbureted 598 and in the car. And so he wanted to do some upgrades and conversion to EFI. So we did a valve train conversion with a shaft mount rocker arms from the stud mount. I did a custom design camshaft for this engine specific, and still to be, solid roller, still to be used in a daily driver pump gas version. So this is pump gas 598, solid roller, adjustable rocker arm. We're still using his cylinder heads. We did go through it and do some modifications on the heads, fixing guides and some other things that were wrong with them. Converted over to EFI, and as you can see, has one of our Sean's billet intake manifolds on it. So really interesting, because normally I use this intake manifold in boosted applications, so I was really curious to see how well it was going to work in NA, and actually works quite well. Limiting factor on this is it has a Elbrock E head, so the heads are a little bit small for what this application is. But this is 10-to-1, 598, 93 octane fuel in it right now, which is also, we happen to be going through a little rash of pump gas stuff right now. But all of our stuff is endurance based and street car type applications. So as you can see here, we did oil system modification too, so changed pump, pan, modified the pan to fit his chassis, kept the rotating assembly and block and head combination, and then just finished the conversion over to EFI. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the camera down, I'll go outside, we'll make a pull, and we'll look at the numbers. Alright, and we'll come over here, take a look at some numbers. And like I said before, this is right on 93 octane fuel. And a little cylinder head limited, and that's what we've been talking about with Todd. And here he knew that it was. And that's why it kind of lays over out here, because if we had more cylinder head, especially with the camshaft that we had in it, it would continue to climb instead of lay over right through here. But that's go all the way down here, like 4,000 RPM. You can see we're at 740 foot-pounds of torque. 5,000 RPM, we're at peak torque, which is 836 foot-pounds of torque. And 5,500, we're up in that 853 horsepower, 818. 6,000, we're at 882. And 6,600, we're at peak horsepower at 905. It's fluctuating just a little bit because we've made up in that, just made 906 the last pull, I think it was. And but we worked on a little dip that was right here that has gotten a little bit better, so happy with that. But that is all things said and done, I think that is a pretty good piece, and we might work out just a little bit more on a couple little tune issues with it and maybe make a few more horsepower, but that's pretty much limited right there. And I think that is a pretty sweet spot for that. So anyways, I'm Steve Morris, Steve Morris Engines. Have a great day.